Nearly 300 kilometers west of Kenya's capital lies the greater Masai Mara ecosystem, a vast 2,600 square kilometer landscape dedicated to preserving over 500 species of mammals and birds. And one unlikely man has come here to make a difference.
When I come to Africa to do wildlife conservation, some Chinese people keep asking me a question. Simba, you are Chinese national. We also have animals to be protected. Why did you go to Africa to protect animals instead of staying in China to protect the Chinese animals? So I often tell them, I'm a Chinese national, but I'm a global citizen. The animals, they don't have passports. Pandas, they are not Chinese animals. Lions, they are not African animals. They belong to the ecosystem, just like humans. We are part of the ecosystem. To many people in China, even in the world, lions are very dangerous animals. They see people, they just come and kill them. But it's not true. In most cases, lions are scared of people.
This group of lionesses aren't a part of the original pride and are new to the area.
At the beginning, she was very curious and come out slowly, and try to get closer, then use a paw to touch the cover of beetle gum, but gently.
With this new footage, Simba aims to uncover a gentler side of lions to help people understand the animal better and convince them that this species is worth saving.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm Simba Olushora. I'm a Chinese citizen, but I'm from Africa. My home is in Kenya, the African savanna, Masai Mara. I believe the organizing committee invited me, supposed to wake you up after a long meeting. So I'm very happy to be present here as a not professor or scholar, as a tribal man from Africa. It's a real challenge to me to get used to the human civilization in a big city like Los Angeles. But I can say some good friends of mine sitting here give me courage to continue. So just now you watched the TV documentary by History Channel telling a story about a Chinese man, a conservation adventure in Africa for saving lions and other species. Okay, yeah, my work is to protect animals, protect the habitats, the endangered species from extinction. And my home is a tent. My neighbors are not humans. They're animals, different animals like lions, elephants, monkeys, baboons, impalas, giraffes, zebras. So I really enjoy my life there. Okay, this is me. Every day I patrol twice, so lions are my favorite animals. Don't catch me out to kill me at a distance. They just come to get closer to me and say hi to me. Okay, this is my tent, my home. So this is my favorite accommodation. It's better than that hotel or cement building in the city. Okay, when I was 9 years old, I watched a TV cartoon, King of the Jungle. From that time on, I dream to go to Africa to stay with lions. I spent 22 years to realize my dream. I don't know how many years any of you achieve your dream. So in 2004, I get a chance to visit Africa for the first time. I saw a lion pride in Masai Mara, Kenya. That's my first time to see wild lions in the bush. Okay, 100 years ago, there were about 200,000 lions in Africa. But today, we have only less than 30,000 lions roaring in Africa. What is the problem? It's because of human invasion. Two reasons: habitat loss. Lions, they don't have enough space to survive. Number two, human-lion conflicts. Lions were killed by man throughout spears, rifles, traps, poison, and so on. What is the solution? Can we save lions? In 2012, I went to Zhuo Qiang Conservancy to protect the lions, to start my project there. There were about 10 lions in Zhuo Qiang Conservancy. And today, we have 30 lions in Zhuo Qiang Conservancy, in the same area with double space. So the solution is, you might think that research of wildlife behavior is a solution to wildlife conservation. But it's not true. It cannot work. We have been doing research for decades, but the number of lions continue to decline. So we found a new model. We call it community-based conservation. The basic logic is that we help the local community, Maasai people, to live better with higher income, better education, and a better living condition. So the Maasai people, they come back to join us for the protection of lions and other species. They don't kill lions anymore. They see lions as friends. They don't kill lions as revenge or as a sign of becoming warriors. The lion hunters become lion defenders. So that's a story for lions. And we have other animals, like lions, leopards, cheetahs, gorillas, rhinos, white dogs, Ethiopian wolves, etc. They are threatened with extinction. What's the reason? I strongly believe the biggest problem is a lack of international cooperation. I'm telling you my story that happened to me many years ago. In 2010, 8 years ago, I went to Africa to save lions. During that time, there were about 1 million Chinese people living and working in Africa, but few of them knew wildlife conservation. And there was no Chinese wildlife conservationists working in Africa at that time. There are lots of international NGOs, but most of them are from Europe and America. When I see a Chinese young man come to Africa for wildlife conservation, some of them are very suspicious. To many people in Africa, the stereotype image of Chinese people is just like Chinese people is good at doing business. They're good at building infrastructures, and also they're good at maybe killing and eating wildlife meat. So it was very hard to me during that time. Okay, so I come back to the Maasai community and start my work. It was a real dilemma to me. Another thing is that nowadays we are facing a real challenge. We call it wildlife survival crisis. It's unprecedented battle. We should stand together, hand in hand, to win the battle. We need joint efforts from international community. We need a new effective mechanism. We call it cross-border cooperation to achieve our objective. We need international cooperation. And currently, China and the US are absolutely superpowers politically and economically. More power you have, more responsibility you have to take. So this is a survival battle. We lose wildlife, we lose everything. The ecosystem that we rely on will collapse if we lose wildlife. People will suffer a lot if we destroy the ecosystem. It makes no sense, no matter how much money you have, how many properties you have, if the ecosystem falls. We need peace and cooperation. We need the superpowers like China and the US to take the responsibilities to protect African paradise, wildlife paradise in Africa. So I would like to take this opportunity to urge the international community to work together to take the lead for wildlife conservation. Work together, hand in hand, we tackle those problems. Together, we'll win. Separate, we'll lose. We're already seeing the progress from international cooperation. In June 2016, the US government banned every trade. And in about 1.5 years, January 2018, China banned every trade. We believe other countries will follow suit and elephants will be saved. So let us work together. Let us be united as one. We pursue a beautiful world where humans can stay in harmony with wildlife. Thank you very much.